Hi, good morning and welcome to day 27 of our 31 baby steps. Can you believe it? We're nearly there. We've nearly done a whole 31 days. You have been flying for almost a month. How exciting is that? Hey, I'm a geek. It's exciting for me. Anyhow, today we're going to talk about dinner. So you remember a few days ago, we added in thinking about dinner as soon as either the kids got home from school or you got home from work, or however that worked into your schedule. Well, now we're going to add an extra step into that almost. It's not necessarily a step. It's a helpful thing that we're going to start thinking about doing. And that is to proactively think about dinner before 6 p.m., before 4 p.m. Yeah. So FlyLady says you can either add it into your evening routine or your morning routine. And actually, I do a little bit of both, and I'll tell you why. So while I'm cooking dinner, I check and think, what are we having for dinner tomorrow? Because I have a meal plan. And once these 31 baby steps are over, I will do some videos explaining some of the things that have maybe come up in the 31 days that you might not be so familiar with. And I mean, meal planning as a concept is really simple. You sit down and think about what you're going to have for dinner for the next few days, week, 2 weeks, month. I tend to do mine a month in advance. And then you can just refer to it and know what you're going to have. And if you need to move it around a bit, you can. It's not like a set in stone, we're never going to change it thing. But actually, it saves you money, it saves you time, it allows you to be on top of things. So basically, what we're going to do from today, and what I do is while I'm cooking dinner, I think about tomorrow, what we're having for dinner tomorrow. I check the meal plan. If I need to take anything out of the deep freeze, I take it out of the deep freeze. If I don't have an ingredient for something, which is kind of unusual because generally I add everything to my shopping list. But if I don't have anything, then I make a note that I need to pick that up tomorrow. So that kind of deals with the, oh my goodness, there's no meat defrosted, I need to defrost this, I didn't have that in the house thing, because you're proactively thinking about it the day before. And then in the morning, I kind of think about it again. I have a sanity check on what I'm doing. If it's a crock pot meal, then I will get all of those ingredients ready and stick them in the crock pot. If it's not a crock pot meal, I'll see if there's anything that I can do to prepare that to make it easier for later. Or if not, if it's just something where I'm just going to sort of throw a bunch of ingredients together and that's it, then I think about what time I need to get that started for what time we want to eat our meal. And so I'm thinking about, I've looked at my calendar for that day. I know what's going on in my calendar. And if there's anybody else. So for instance, I've talked about Tuesdays. My daughter is out regularly on Tuesday. So I know that she needs to be out of the house by 7. So we need to be eating dinner by 6 on a Tuesday. Other nights we eat dinner sort of between 7:30, something like that. So I have like a plan in my head of what time that whole process needs to start, and that's what I'm doing in the morning. And also I'm reminding myself if there are any ingredients that actually I don't have, I need to go out and buy. And by doing that, I save money because I'm not having to call for takeout because I actually didn't think about it and dinner's not ready. I can serve my family a nutritious meal that keeps them healthy and strong and sort of all of that kind of thing. It makes me happy that I can do that. I actually quite enjoy cooking when it's not a stress thing. When I'm having to throw something together quickly, then it's just horrible. But when I am thinking about it in advance, it allows me to be a little bit more creative and maybe do some fun things. So we had a small turkey joint that I picked up after Christmas and froze. It was like a turkey crown that I froze, and we had that the other day. And because I knew I was having it in advance, I was able to think about what would I like to be able to do that with that. And I was able to give it a really nice kind of glaze that went over it. It was kind of a honey and mustard glaze that went over it. It was fab. Well, actually, if I'd have just been thinking about that as I threw it in the oven, I wouldn't have had time to think about what I wanted to do and things like that. So it lets me just get that creativity out and be just a little bit more fun with my cooking, so it's not so tedious for me. So that's the benefits of it. So you can think about it in the night before, you can think about it in the morning, you can do what I do and do a combination of both. So from next week, from next Thursday, I'll be doing some videos on some different things around FlyLady. I'm also planning next week to start the dreaded diet videos, because I really do need to knuckle down and get this started. I've had an excuse every day so far for 27 days why I can't start today, and I realised yesterday that that's exactly what they are, they're excuses. So from next week there will be some regular diet videos as well, because that's a journey I'm determined to start and do well on this time. And I have done really well in the past, and then I fall off the wagon and regain the weight, and I may be hoping to, well, that I'll have the accountability of talking about it, but also to maybe understand myself a little bit more and why that's a thing. Right, that's me done for today. I will be back tomorrow with day 28. You all have a great day now. Bye.